Hello everyone, my name is Lindy P. Soliva and I'm going to present to you chapter 9 about the challenging the war system. What is war? The word war comes from the Frankish German term "wera", meaning confusion or strife. According to Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy, war is an intentional, widespread armed conflict between political communities, which may be states or groups with political aims. War has many negative consequences. Death is the most terrible effect. Tens of thousands of lives have been lost in the 21st century. There are eight possible causes of war. Number one is territorial disputes. Territorial disputes is fighting over land or borders. It happens when two or more groups or countries fight over ownership or control of a piece of land or the exact location of a border. These conflicts usually arise because the land may hold cultural, historical, or economic importance, or because both sides claim it as their own. So, number two is resource and economy. Resource and economy is competition for oil, water, minerals, trade routes, or wealth. It is a competition for oil, water, minerals, trade routes, and wealth often causes tension between countries because these resources are essential for power's survival and economic growth. Number three is a political power. Attempts to expand influence, overthrow governments, or resist domination. It refers to the ways countries or groups try to extend their influence over others, over, overthrow existing governments, or resist foreign control. These struggles often shapes international relations and can lead to conflicts or wars. Number four is a religion or ideology. Uh, Conflict based on different beliefs, values, or political system. Conflicts based on religion or ideology happen when groups or nations clash over different faiths, cultural values, or political systems. These differences can fuel tensions, discrimination, or even wars. Number five is nationalism. Extreme pride in one's nation that can lead to aggression against others. Nationalism is an intense pride and loyalty to one's nation that can sometimes create hostility toward other countries. Number six is revenge or past conflicts. War started to settle all disputes or retaliate. Revenge or past conflicts occur when nations or groups go to war to settle all disputes, reclaim lost territory, or retaliate for previous defeats. Such wars are often driven by historical grievances and lingering hostility. Number seven is alliance and treaties. When countries are drawn into war because of promise to support allies. Alliance and treaties can pull countries into wars because they are bound by promises to defend or support their allies. Number 8 is civil wars. So, internal struggles for power and independence within a country. Civil wars are conflict fought within a country when group struggles or political power, control, or independence.
Hello everyone, my name is Dorothea Maracoy and I'm the next reporter. My topic is effects of war. There have three effects of war. First is human suffering. Human suffering, war causes physical harm, displacement, and emotional trauma. Second is economic stability. War disrupts economics, destroy infrastructural and diverse resources. Third is hindrance to develop. War hinders progress, undermines stability, and affects future generation. So, in short, war damage people, economic, and the future of nation. Next is the top of the top arms exporter. First is USA. USA is 31% the biggest global arms exporter. Second is Russia, the 22%, the second largest exporter, declined due to war and sanction. Third is France, 6.7% growing exporter, especially to the Middle East and Asia. The last ay Next is Germany. Germany, 5.8% strong and tax sovereigns and high-tech system. The last is China, 5.7% expanding export to Asia and Africa with affordable weapon. And that's all my part of my report.
So, hi everyone. I am Eugene C. Arias, one of the reporter for Chapter 9, Challenging the War System. So, challenging the war system involves fostering a global consciousness through peace education, promoting diplomacy and arms control, and addressing the root causes of conflict such as inequality, intolerance, and power struggle. So let's talk about the initiative for peace. So these are the actions that can be made in order to prevent wars and mitigate the effects of war. So first is the UN resolution like 1325, women participation in peace process, and 1820, preventing sexual violence, promote peace and protection. So international institutions like UN mitigate war's effect through peace building, peacemaking, and peacekeeping. The UN resolves conflict via negotiation, maintain peacekeeping operations, and has special courts for crime of aggressions. Various international organizations such as the Hague, Appeal for Peace, ICRC, ANSA, ACAN, Amnesty International, and GPPAC work to prevent, manage, and resolve conflicts. NGOs provide rehabilitation, psychosocial support, and monitor conflicts. They also educate and train in conflict resolution. So religious organization promote peace and dialogue while groups works to control arms and weapons. So these efforts save lives worldwide. So second is the arms control agreement. So arms control agreements. Treaties like Ottawa Treaty, anti-personnel landmines, and conventions on cluster munitions aim to reduce harm. So there are various treaties, agreements, resolutions, and conventions were also drafted to mitigate the effects of war. So some of these are follows. First is the International Humanitarian Law, or the Law of Armed Conflicts, compromises the rule which seeks to protect civilians in times of armed conflict and restrict methods and means of warfare. So second is the UN Security Council Resolution 1325 calls upon all parties to armed conflict to take special measures to protect women and girls in situations of armed conflict and increase women participation in conflict resolution and peace process. Next is UN Security Council Resolutions 1820 deals with sexual violence in conflict and post-conflict situations. So rape has become instrument of war, hence the resolution calls parties to conflicts to take inappropriate steps and sexual violence institutions to armed conflict. It commits to punishing perpetrators of sexual violence. So next is the Ottawa Treaty. Prohibits the use, stockpile, production, and transfer of anti-personnel landmines. So these are the numerous initiatives by various groups to protect the human well-being as well the arms control and disarmament. So last initiative for peace is the peace education. So educating individuals on non-violent conflict resolution, global perspective, and human unity can promote peace. So peace education and the war system. Peace education is one concrete pathway to challenge war. Peace education seeks to develop a global perspective on the problems and understanding that humans are single species. So peace education can help challenge to that the world is divided into good guys and bad guys. And that winning over bad guys is the way to go. Peace education seeks to teach the concept of oneness of the human race. So education should also help alter thoughts with regard to inevitability of war. Humans should understand that waging war is a choice, not a manifest destiny. So teaching students peaceful conflict resolution skills will also help learners understand that conflict may be approached constructively and that there are better workable alternatives to aggression. Peace education programs include the teaching of theories of nonviolence and practice of nonviolent direct action. Case studies of how nonviolent direct action work in various parts of the world should also make students see that there are indeed alternatives to violence. So, in conclusion, war system is not inevitable. So, dili nato siya malikayan, no? bisan pag unsaon, bisan pag natay mga peace, mga treaties, mga various treaties, agreements, resolution, di gyapon nato siya malikayan. So pero binta og mga teach na to ang peace education para prevent na to or listen na to ang mga panghitabo sama sa wars. So conclusion, first is war system is not inevitable. Second is it can challenge through education, diplomacy, and global cooperation. So last is peace is built by addressing root causes and fostering justice and equality. So that's all. Thank you.